Hello and welcome to the review channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this 2020 Chevy Spark. This is a very small car, but it definitely gets the job done. The vehicle is classified as a subcompact vehicle, so it's smaller than your compact vehicle. I'd want to start out by saying this car is very fun to drive. Alright, starting up front with the grille, we have these very nice projector headlights up front. You have your high beams, you have your indicator down here, and then these are daytime running light strip, which are LEDs. It's a little bit hard to see because of the sun, but they are on. Down here you have a nice grille shape. Above that you have the Chevy logo in a small grille section, which is functional, I believe. Oh no, the top portion is not functional. It is blocked off. But the bottom portion is functional as it lets in air. Right behind that you can see the radiator. Very nice look up front. Very common with a lot of other Chevy vehicles, like the Malibu. I know is designed similar to this. Coming around to the side of the vehicle, we have 15-inch rims. These are alloy rims. Very nice, simple design to them. Chevy logo at the middle. 4 lug nuts. And then up front we have a disc braking system. These tires are made by a brand called Iron Man. Coming around to the side profile, we have a few designs. We have one that runs along from the front right here to the mid of the rear door, and then another line that swoops from the rear of the vehicle to the same point where the front design ends. And we have some little swoopy designs to the side. It's a very nice design to this vehicle. Very small car. The rear tires have a drum braking system. Got your fuel tank on the right side of the vehicle, which is the passenger side. Looking up top on the roof, there is an antenna for the radio. And then we got these swoops right here, which are for the trunk door. There's a rear view. Very nice, clean look to this. Very small car. Got your Spark logo on the left side and an LT badge on the right. Got your Chevy logo in the center. This vehicle does have a rear wiper. You have a nice tail light setup right here. You got your indicator right here and the reverse light also. Down below that you have the rear bumper and these reflectors on either side. Then it has a small exhaust which is down there. Very nice clean look to this very small car. Directly underneath the Chevy badge is a reverse camera. Turn that around. Take a look at that side profile angle. The rear door handles are up here, and the front ones are just standard. Alright, now let's take a look at the inside of the vehicle. Starting with the door. Very simple, not much going on. You have your window controls right here, front and rear. Your window locks, door locks, lock and unlock. Small knob right here for the mirror controls. Right below that, you have a small cup holder slash cubby compartment here. And then you have a speaker. And then the top of the door has this nice design here, which is right by the door handle. It's like a plastic, but very nice design. It's like a piano black, which also runs through the dashboard and other areas of the vehicle. We'll get to that. Stepping into the vehicle, not much going on with the seats. The seats are manually adjusted. You have your fuel tank release over here. Turn on inside, take a look. Here's a look at the interior. Very nice, simple design. All right, starting with the dashboard, we have that same piano black accent right here. And then there's a small compartment over here where you can put something. Right under that is your glove compartment. Not a lot of space in there, but you can fit a few things. Very small glove compartment. All right, we have tweeter speakers up here and on the driver's side. And then there is a light sensor up ahead. You have your infotainment system screen over here. Very nice infotainment system. I have no complaints about this system. Everything works very well. Very simple. There's no navigation on this vehicle, but there is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a very nice feature. This button is your volume rocker, and you have your next and reverse tracks. This is, I believe, to work your phone control. So if you press the button, if your phone is connected, you can access it and make phone calls and things like that. This is the home button here. Very simple design, not much going on. Right below that, you have your hazard indicators switch, and then you have these two vents, which are very nicely designed. Below that, you have your climate controls. Very simple. Temperature on the left, fan speed on the right, fan speed on the middle, and ventilation controls on the right. If you press the center of the ventilation controls, you have your reverse defroster. And then if you press the middle of the fan speed controls, you have your vent close. And the middle of the temperature cluster, you have your AC. Directly below that, you have a 12-volt outlet right here. And then you have a normal USB port and a USB-C port as well. So that's very nice. And then we have a small cubby right underneath that and your cup holders. Right behind that is the gear lever. Put it in park, reverse, neutral, drive, and L. Behind that you have a standard e-brake. And there's a small cubby right here. Behind that is another cubby. I like to put my phone here. And then right behind that you have another cubby which can be used as a cup holder for the rear passengers. Steering wheel is very standard. Very nice. It's not, yeah, it is leather wrapped, but it's a very thin leather, so you don't get that much cushioning, but it is a very comfortable steering wheel. You have your Chevy logo in the middle. On the right side you have your volume controls. If you press down on this, it will change your source. Up and down will help you select tracks and things like that. It has to do with the infotainment system. And then over here is your mute button, as well as to hang up a call, and then your Siri voice activation or Android voice activation, as well as to answer a call. On the left side you have your cruise control settings. This is to turn the cruise control on, this is to turn it off, and this is to adjust your speed. You can also control your cruise control to either set it or clear it. by pressing this small button, which is integrated into the turn indicator rocker. To the right side of the steering wheel, we have your windshield wiper settings. You can control both your front and rear windshield wipers with these. Here is the button to turn on and off your rear windshield wiper. Then you can select your speed by turning this, and then you just push it down to turn it on, to turn on your wipers. Left side is your turn indicator. Alright, the instrument cluster in this vehicle is very simple, just like everything else in the vehicle. There is no temperature gauge, so you won't know how hot or cold your vehicle is. Alright, to the right side we have a small digital screen here, which tells you which gear you're in, if you're in park, reverse, drive, neutral, all that fun stuff. Right below that it tells you how many miles you have left, so the range of how much gas you have in your car. So currently I have 127 miles, which is almost at, I think, a little bit less than, well, it shows half a tank, so I have half a tank of gas. I got 127 miles. This vehicle has 23,000 miles, so I'll show you mileage down below that. You can change these settings by pressing this little button over here on the indicator knob. It says menu. If you press this, it'll change to tell you what is your oil temperature, or I'm not sure if this is the temperature or if this is how much oil I have in the car. So it's saying 95, so I'm guessing I'm 95% full. This can also be changed by turning this. It'll tell you how many miles you have, miles per gallon, what's your average miles per hour, things like that. And then it'll give you also a trip timer. And then there's also another selection which will show you your live miles per gallon that you're getting. So as you drive, this will go up and down. So right now, since I'm stationary, I'm getting 402 miles to the gallon. Right beside that is your speedometer, right centered. Very simple looking speedometer. And then to the left of that is your RPM meter. And to the left of that is your fuel gauge. And this is marked by these dots over here. So I have 4 dots, which is showing about half a tank almost. When these dots are all the way to the top, that means I have a full tank of gas. Coming over to the left of the instrument cluster, you have your headlight settings. So you can, there is a way to turn it off, which would be to turn it all the way to the left. And then it usually stays on auto. Then you bring it here, you have your daytime running lights, and then on. And you can turn it back to auto. If you don't want them on at nighttime, you just turn to the left and it'll turn off your headlights. Below that you have your traction control switch, so this will turn off your traction control. And then you have your interior light dimmer. You also get these little window vents, which will help your windows from fogging up. Coming around to the back seat, let's open it up and get in. Very simple design on the door. Just have a window switch right here, a door handle, and a lock knob. There's a speaker down here. Alright, let's get on in here. Wow, I did not notice how small it was. Alright, so with my driving position, I am 5'8". I don't think I can get into this vehicle, but I will try. Alright. I'm in, but I'm very tightly packed in here. Not very comfortable, but I was able to fit inside the vehicle. Alright, to the middle of both seats, you have a small cubby section here with a cup holder up front. These seats are very small, but very, I would say they're pretty roomy. So I can't really move around, but I do have a good seated space in this seat. So I'm not totally squished, and I can say I'm pretty comfortable. You have a small cubby in the door handle over here. And behind that is a small tray over here. I think this is for more for privacy so that people can't see inside your trunk. And then you could put some stuff back over here. And like I said, there is a cup holder over here so that if there's two passengers here, one can use this cup holder and one can use that one. I forgot to mention that the front driver's seat does have an armrest which can be folded up and down. And then in the back seat, behind the driver, there is no pocket, but behind the passenger seat, there is a small pocket, so you can put stuff like magazines or whatever in there. All right, now let's check out that trunk space. To open up the trunk, there is a button right underneath the Chevy logo, right next to the camera. Press that button, and lift. Inside of the trunk, we have 11.1 cubic feet of space with the seats up. And then with the seats down, you have 27.2 cubic feet of space. To put the rear seats down, all you would have to do is pull this knob and push, and the seats would go down, and then you have a little bit more extra space over here. The rear trunk does have lighting. You have your vents over here on either side. To close the trunk, all you would do is just pull this lever, as it is manual. Alright, now let's take a look at that engine bay. To open that up, all you do is pull this lever by the driver's side. Alright, let's get under there. There is a little lever you have to pull over here. This car's stand is a little bit different than other cars. It's a small stand right here. Pull this out. Right into this little hole right here. Inside we have a 1.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, which makes 98 horsepower. This vehicle gets 30 miles per gallon city and 38 miles per gallon on the highway. It is also equipped with a 9-gallon fuel tank, which is more than adequate for its small fuel consumption. This car has an MSRP of $13,400. The vehicle weighs approximately 2,300 pounds. And that's it for my review of the 2020 Chevy Spark. If you like this review, please leave a like. Consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next one.